I like PC Pete's message. Take your time, you don't owe us anything. That's right, PC Pete. We don't owe you all nothing. How's it going, you two? Leo, what's up? Barbecue kibbles? No, you're not late, you two nosy. We're just a little late. I had to, family member buying a laptop, had to do a credit card with a phone. Yada, 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 you know, that good stuff. It's gonna be a pretty slick build though. We got a some specs that like we have not combined together yet. It's a Ryzen 7 5800 XT with a RX 9060 XT, but it's the 8 gig model, so a little bit of a different build. Please turn around the GPU box. Turn around, is it upside down? Why would I turn it around? I don't get it. Yeah, we saw that, Grimlow. You got another Switch too. So did you just decide that like you definitely wanted one, and you didn't want to wait for like a limited edition? Still appreciate the one that I got from you. Been using it. Doing pretty good, Uber. How you doing? Move this camera angle slightly up. You'll get both. So did you decide, like, was there like a specific game that you wanted to play, or did you feel like you were missing out? They got an X version and a XT version? Yeah, I don't think they have any newer ones, but, oh, you're saying you didn't know that, yeah. 5800 XT is, I think they only have like I think they have 2 XT versions for 5000 series. I think they have a 5600 XT as well. 3000 series is when they came out with that. They made like a 3800 XT, I believe. And even at the time when they came out with it, everyone was like, it's kind of dumb. The only reason these aren't dumb, they would be otherwise, is because they're so much cheaper than the 5800X ever was. You know, you can get the 5800 XT with this really big cooler. It's actually not a bad cooler at all, for around 130 bucks, and that's a pretty good deal. Oh yeah, there is a 5800 XT. Yeah, that's true. No, he's not on vacation. He's coming. What's up, Midnight? Oh, you just got the Gigabyte OC 16 gig 9060 XT? That's dope. Yep, White Pony, baby. Yeah, we got, I wanted to try out the 8 gig. I saw that in a lot of games, the 8 gig version compared to like I know a lot of people don't really love the 5060, but if we're gonna compare, they're good apples to apples. The 9060 XT 8 gig actually in most games performs about like 5 to 7% better. Sometimes a little less. I'd say it's like 3 to 7%. And in the games that aren't like super VRAM hungry, which if we're being honest, is a lot of them. I know it based on a video that you know we did, it probably feels like a lot of games aren't ready to have less than 8 gigs, but really I would say most games in the market are designed for less than 8. It's just some of the big new AAA titles. Those are the ones that are not going to be designed to run only 8. Those are the ones that are going to say, give me more.
Please, we're settled in a problem.
Yeah, when you think about the amount of like esports and like, I mean, there's over 100,000 games on PC. I would be willing to bet that probably because of how old some of them are and how indie some of them are and esports they are, you're probably looking at like, I'd say 95% of those games do not need more than 8 gigs.
Just depends on how PC gamer you are, because a lot of PC gamers want the flexibility to play absolutely everything. Mm-hmm. And if you are that kind of gamer, then yeah, you're gonna need more. Okay, it's really drunk.
Not gonna lie, I'd take the 3070 over the 5060 right now. Like, why? It's an 8 gig card as well.
That's also an 8 gig card, and the price is $100 less.
Let's see how much we can get a 3070 for right now.
Yeah, and I don't really get that argument.
See, that's just an example of it's hating to hate.
Because 3070 is faster than a 4060. It's like a 4060. It's not, but it's not as fast as a 4060 Ti. And a 5060 is definitely faster than a 4060 Ti. Just depends if that $100 difference is worth it. Yeah, no, they're like yeah, they're the same price. So like, why would you get a 3070?
Oh, 320 bucks.
They're exactly the same price. That makes no sense. Like, I get hating the 5060 for certain use cases, but like, that's a dumb take.
Sorry guys, you gotta remember we're the price to performance bros. Mm-hmm. You can't get us with the politics. But hey, we'll openly say we don't love the things NVIDIA does all the time either.
Nope.
But at the end of the day, we're here to game on the PCs. And in all honesty, I really don't want, like, you know, I know the idea of NVIDIA, like, maybe leaving the consumer space could happen. I don't really want that to happen because they're what, like, kind of gives AMD that healthy competition. And who's to say that AMD won't just do the same exact thing once they're the top dogs?
Because it's a business.
It's
all business. You all just think they're AMD and NVIDIA are your besties. Maybe in my country. Okay, I guess it depends on your country. But here on eBay, if you look at a 3070 right now, they are the exact same price used as buying a new 5060. And 5060s are in stock, ready to buy. So you would buy the new card for the same price.
You also got to think about, like, I know longevity can be a little touchy because it's 8 gigs, but if you do want to compare the longevity of the two, you're going to get a good amount more life out of the 5060. It's just so much newer.
Rolling back to 23 HDR Windows. I'm having some stability issues on 24. I know a lot of people have had stability issues on 24.
24 is so weird because I noticed like a lot of PCs, they don't even give you the, it's almost like when Windows 11 came out, where like they were being selective on who could, Zach's here so early.
Oh, Zach's here already? Nine minutes into the stream?
Both Zachs are here early. Wow.
I have a computer for you guys to work on.
What?
Oh yeah.
Does he have computer problems?
Hey dude, he's had computer problems. I
remember he's had crashes for a while, so I guess he's finally ready to try to fix it.
No, the other day we were playing Apex, and he's like, is it normal to get 60 FPS on low? I'm like, dude, we benchmark a lot of Apex PCs here, and we can get, like, your PC should be able to run it on all max settings, like 1440p and get 144.
You're cooked, dude.
Yeah, you're done for.
GG, go next.
Yeah, damn.
Time to buy a new computer.
Yeah, just whole new build. We got some nice ones up front. Get the sleeper build.
Dude, the sleeper build would be fire in Zach's office.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, just imagine your setup, Zach, being all like minimalistic with that beige PC. That'd be heat.
Beige.
You're laughing, but I'm actually serious. It'd look good.
I'm sure it would.
Go ahead, laugh again.
He's like, it might look you good, but not me good.
Yeah, I forget. Zach's an RGB
Well, at first I was
queen.
thinking about the white one with like the blue feet.
No.
No.
No, not that one.
No, that one's super cool, but you gotta have a very specific, like,
No, not that one.
that's gotta be specific. But no, the beige one, I'm just imagining, because you got like you have gray walls, right? Yeah, it's pretty minimal. Oh, do you imagine if you had the Unicomp keyboard to go with it?
There's no AI on it. So.
He's like, Unicomp?
I want to hear the bubbling.
Like a buckling springs, man.
Are they? How is anyone in chat know if Unicomp's still a thing? Does anyone in chat even know what Unicomp is? That's the real question.
I'm curious.
I felt like I
They're based
learned.
out of Kentucky, weren't they?
I learned too much. Yeah, they might have been like Owensboro or something like that, or maybe I don't remember. Somewhere.
I remember it being out of Kentucky. Unicomp being in Lexington. Yep.
Lexington. That's what. Okay.
Yeah,
Dude, I wonder if you can like visit. Like, do they have a store you can go to? They have open hours.
They have an address that looks like a warehouse.
Ah. Is it a TV thing? No. So what Unicomp is we actually have a real one back here, which is really sick. Unicomp is a company that their whole thing was buckling spring keyboards. So this is an old IBM. This is an original one. Here, let me just TV this real quick.
This is OG buckling. I mean, some of y'all are some boomers. You should know what this sounds like.
I'm sure some people recognize this keyboard. But yeah, buckling springs are a very specific type of like very early iteration of a switch. They do work a decent amount different. But they call them buckling springs because you get the most loudest clack out of them. And basically Unicomp is a company that decided, hey, these keyboards are sick. Let's basically bring them back. So they make new versions of them.
Yep. Did a video with them years ago.
Yeah, well, was that the one, did we actually do a video with them, or is that the one where like we had a fan that bought one?
That's what it was. We had a fan who bought one because I think it was around the time where you were finding those, and then the fan bought one and was like, hey, would you want one for our video? I think they sent it for us to try.
It was during a stream too. It was like one of our 24 in your basement, I think.
I just hand-delivered Jonah a quick DIY video. How to reinstall Windows on a PC.
That's
He actually, I mean, honestly, if he hadn't done
Probably
one,
should.
he probably would.
Joe's gonna cook.
Zach does that cool beige PC kind of guy. I think y'all should swap PC to him knowing for funnies.
His personal PC? That's a little devious.
That would be crazy.
Now his office PC, we can do it if we wanted to. You know, hey.
That would actually, dude, imagine if all of us had sleeper builds. Like, we all had beige towers, so when people were giving him the tour, and they were like,
what the hell?
you guys know what you're doing?
The Haley,
What the hell?
Haley?
I low-key have a fear that my graphics card is slowly giving up on me.
Did you just get a graphics card? What do you have?
4070.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right off of eBay.
always used?
Yeah.
I mean, even then though, you bought it when they were so new still that like, I don't think it's your GPU. I really do think you just have a botched Windows install. You'd be surprised, dude.
We'll find out, alright?
You'd be surprised, like, once Windows gets to the point where it's just, like, not happy anymore, it causes a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah, I definitely tried HHK as well. Yeah, that's one with their taupe race switches.
I'm glad you guys updated the internet here too, so I can download all my games before I go home.
That's crazy. Dude. That's crazy work.
All of your PCs were beige until the first i7 build, like first gen i7. You're old. Unk status. When was that? Was that 2011? First gen? 2012?
Something like that.
year.
Yeah, I remember that year. The world almost ended.
He said he was having issues with Apex Legends. Is he on 24H2? Okay.
So he's...
Hey, Google.
Yeah, dude.
Skip.
He's always had issues, like, just in general, not even, like, in the PC space.
Mentally,
but,
physically.
Well, the latest
Hey, Google! Skip!
The latest thing is like my PC, like I'll close or open a game and all my monitors will go black, and then like my PC will still be on, but like I just lose display to everything.
Does it ever come back, or do you have to restart?
It never comes back.
Yeah, I mean, that really, like, seriously, that can be Windows causing that. I know it sounds like you would think hardware.
I love this new thing of Pinky Tech actually being in the streams. I'm older
Dude, I
than
know, I love
MySpace, says Pinky Tech. We know.
Oh, we know.
You saw World War I.
Pinky Tech, did you pick up Lady Pinky on MySpace? Because they didn't have Grindr back then.
They didn't have Grindr back then. That's
Oh, wait.
crazy.
You need a cooler.
We need this cooler right here.
Why
You
does
gotta
it
eat
have
a
so
big
many?
drum.
Look at this. Why does it micro export have 4 PCIe?
Shots fired. The Grindr didn't exist. Crazy. Pinky Tech's never gonna come back now.
Yeah, he's like, why am I even here?
Nah, I laid the moves on her at prom. Imagine being so old you met your spouse IRL.
Ooh.
That's true. That's true.
That is crazy. Yeah, we're scared of women these days, buddy.
Yeah, we're all scared. For good reason.
Older than MySpace 2 came out in 2003. I was born in 2000. Well, we're a little older than you then. We're a little dated. God, I hated that. I watched like this short the other day where it was like this guy like interviewing. They didn't even look like they were that freaking young. Like they had to be like, you know, teens. Yeah. And they're like, what do you consider, like what era is considered old now? And they're all like, oh, if you're born before the 2000s, you're old.
Oh, that's
and I'm just
crazy.
like, wow. Like every single kid said that. There were some that were like, oh, if you were born before 2010, you're old. I'm like, what? Like, they're not even an adult yet.
Well, if you were born in 2006, I mean, you'd be 20.
Yeah, it's crazy.
1920, so I mean, yeah.
I remember the year 1920.
1920.
I remember that well. Hey, look, here's
So,
a deep
they
cool
grown.
cooler.
They
Sorry,
grown.
CPS.
CPS. PC cooler. I don't know why they call where the CPS comes in.
Literally deep cool, bro.
Yeah, literally deep cool. Do we buy this cooler?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You didn't say.
Did I put a price?
$56.
Yeah,
We'll look it up. We'll see if it's
$56.
$56. It's a very random number to make up.
It is, that is very specific.
So it's the Riz 620. Well, it's $69 on Amazon, so you may have made it up. Unless you got a discount on business, because the business account will be giving us discounts.
I don't know if we get a discount of that much, though.
We'll swap the business account and find out.
I have an app that tracks all my sports betting to tell me like how I'm doing, like profit loss, and people will post stuff on there. And I saw a post in the exact moment of a professional staffer. He's like my picks never miss, blah blah. And I went to his profile. He's down 48% this year.
Holy shit.
You do get a pretty steep discount, $60, but not $56.
Dang, they knock off that much for doing business?
There's a lot of stuff on there. You save a lot more than you think. You normally don't notice it because if you don't switch between personal and
No, I don't.
business. Yeah, you actually do save a good amount of money.
So chat, before you guys go make a business Amazon account, gotta have a business.
You need an EIN. This guy's crazy.
Oh, this actually kind of smell good, though. Smell this shit.
I don't smell anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, you do. I don't want to like, get it in your nose.
I think you just gave me brain cancer.
Would you use passed out as chloroform?
You know what's sad? We have to buy stamps for. Well, at one point we did. Well, some stuff we still have to mail in.
No,
but for
you
a
know what's
while
funny
there,
is we're almost out of stamps.
Yeah, we're gonna need more stamps. So I have to buy some.
I hate that. I mean, I don't even know how much is stamps nowadays. Like, are they 50 cents a stamp or so?
Has that Zotac PC sold yet or got listed? Because we had a lot of comments of people saying you should have taken that thing apart more because they were claiming that there's actually a desktop CPU in that thing.
How about the mini?
Yeah.
Is it not? I think it might be.
If it's still sitting here, I'm taking it apart because I want to look now.
Right now?
Right now, I'm grabbing it. There it is.
Work-related doesn't count. Like workers' comp? Oh, you're saying work-related doesn't count if you have to mail? I mean, no, outside of work, I would say like maybe once a year.
No, I don't mail
I
anything
have to
outside
mail
of work.
something.
We'll mess with this later, but yeah, someone's saying T-Series is a desktop CPU, so they're claiming it could be a socketed CPU.
I guess that is a good
out.
point. It's not like a U or something.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't think it's on this side of the board.
No, it'd
though.
be on the top, so we have to fuck it up.
Look at it. Look at it.
I could just do. Oh, I see. Warranty void if removed, but I'm gonna remove those 4 screws, buddy. That's what I'm gonna do.
What you sipping on? It's called MRE, Meal Ready to Eat. But it's a company that, it's like workout protein shakes, basically. The thing that's weird about them, though, is I don't think they consider, let me see. So they call it whole food protein. Yeah, they don't call it like a meal replacement, but it is 240 calories.
I feel like there's like a certain calorie threshold.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
yeah, because those what's it called? The Huel, they're 400, which is more of a meal than a.
Oh, for sure, yeah, 240. Well, you know, the Huel is funny because I feel like if it was the same size, it probably would be like 400. This is only 8 fluid ounces. But no, this one's a little different than like Huel because this one's water and then protein blend, which is, let's see, bovine collagen peptides, pea protein. That's interesting, and egg white. So this actually has whey protein and pea protein, which, oh wait, no, it's no whey actually, wow. It's no whey, but it has egg in it. That's interesting.
So it's not vegan fully.
But these are crazy because they're 40 grams of protein, which for a shake this size that actually tastes like decent is pretty wild. Your breakfast and your lunch are around 200 calories, like each or separate. That's freaking low. I think I would die.
That's really low.
I mean, if you're able to do that, good for you though, you know? It's probably better for you. I think we've kind of proven with intermittent fasting and fasting in general that more people, including myself, could probably eat less and be fine.
What else are we
Did I say each or separate? I guess I did kind of say that.
each or
Total or separately? Each, okay. So 400 calories for, how much do you think you get on dinner?
Just 2 more. So this thing won't be sellable anymore.
I feel like, did you say soluble?
Sellable.
Celibate? This thing's getting. No, I will say, I'm a good amount better now, but when I was younger, I feel like I used to put away some calories. Like, there were days where I'm pretty confident I was doing like 4 to 5K.
Dude, I struggle to eat like 1,500 in a day now. I don't know what it was, but I used to eat so fucking much, and I'm like, eat so many as I can.
Really? I don't think I struggle to do 15. I do definitely have days though where I probably do only do like, probably like 2,000, maybe 2,200.
When we got Taco Bell yesterday, I used to be able to slam 2 tacos, a quesadilla, and a drink, like no problem. And I finished that quesadilla, and I was like, I can't eat anymore. And I had to force myself to eat a taco.
Did you feel bad for yourself? You said the old Zach could have eaten all of this.
I did. I was wasted. It was like $2.
You didn't bring it home?
No, I didn't. It's in my fridge.
It's not wasted yet. Uber Pigeon said Zach.
Yes, Uber?
Oh, Uber, how's the package looking? Is it still in transit? Can you do a backflip, they said. Sorry, can you do a flip
No.
without breaking anything?
If I was on a trampoline, yeah.
Without breaking anything. What about, can you do a flip on a trampoline right now without pulling something?
Yeah.
No stretches? Really? Prove it. Right now.
You wheel on a trampoline.
Dude,
Well, I'll be
I feel like
darned.
you'd start sweating, wouldn't you? You're like,
Well, I'll be damned. It's a socketed CPU. Look.
Dude, this is, yeah, look at this is so crazy. Is this copper? Or is it, no, it's plastic.
This is plastic. Yeah, there's the
Wow,
GPU.
look at the heat sinks.
I think these are MXM GPUs. They can actually, yeah, they're like the MXM cards. You can take
You
them
can
out.
take them out?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of sick.
Oh, well, it makes this even cooler, actually. Chat, you're right. This thing is CPU swappable. We should have taken it apart. That's our fault. Because we were complaining about how bad the CPU was, and you could put like another T processor in there probably, as long as it didn't exceed the power adapter.
Don't ever call us out again, chat. We know where you all live.
This freaking guy. Now buy a 7700 T. Should have listened. How are we going to listen to you all before the video went live? Explain.
Is it time for a second video?
Maxing it out.
It'd be like the Walmart. That's the OG day.
Mini PC grade again.
It's a touchy subject.
Your threats are here. Yeah, I'll see if I can find a T CPU. We don't keep 7 gen now, so I'd have to like find one online.
Well, so in
pretty fast.
theory, I wonder, does it have to be a T CPU, or does it just need to be below a certain wattage?
I would assume a T CPU would be best, but maybe.
Like, I'm just more curious, like, could it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh!
Thank you for the, what do we get? We got a sub from Why So Salty, a sub from C9. Did I just, like, miss all these, and a sub from Grub? We had 3 subs, and I only heard 1 just now. I don't know.
Can you see my message about YouTube subs?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Guys,
Does chat know about that?
there's a bonus on gifted subs. I guess it's running now until Saturday. Well, you can give them now if you want to, but basically it's 33% off or
35% off quantities of 5 or more.
there you go. Quantities of 5 or more, 35% off for subs. So you all can make us go crazy. I'm talking to you, Jason.
During the giveaway stream, we better see some big subs.
Look at we ball. Well,
if I find a good CPU, maybe we could do a maxing this thing out video. That'd be cool.
I wonder if we could find one of those GPUs too. Or is that the one that has the 1070?
Yes.
Oh, it's
I
not
figured the
worth it.
CPU would make the most
Yeah.
sense, and I bet the
Because
GPU.
that's what was holding it back.
Yep.
So no, that's cool. We'll put a 1080 Ti in it.
Yep. Squeaky, squeaky.
1080 Ti.
Put this somewhat back together.
I think it's crazy. You performed an undervolt on your 9800X 3D, and you got minus. Wow, so you dropped 30 degrees Celsius? That's pretty crazy. Are you still getting about the same performance? I'm running 9800X 3D at home with no modifications. I think I have XMP turned off. That's the only thing I really did.
Okay, yeah, I would not pay $300 for a MXM 1080. Sorry. Or whatever the standard's called.
Aha, I see. St. Croix, thank you for the sub. The room I game in is always the warmest in the house. Should I upgrade to an AIO? My current PC, first one, needs upgrades. I will say, I think technically you're still getting rid of heat.
Yeah,
So-
it's really, if you're getting rid of heat, then it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the exact science behind it because I get like, you think water, does it like go, I mean, it still has to get rid of the heat. So
To go somewhere.
I don't believe it actually will cool your room down. Let's ask Grok.
Right.
Wow, so you actually you're saying you got more FPS? That's kind of wild. It must be an illusion.
The illusion.
The illusion of free choice. I don't like how they do this cooler. I'm remembering using, I don't know if it was this exact one, but one that was really similar before where like the fans are smaller than the cooler. Why do they do that? Oh, it's not about cooling the room down, it's about keeping the PC cool. Oh, well, you mentioned your room being the hottest one in the house, so I just assumed. Yeah, AIOs, I mean, we did a video on this actually, where we tested like some cheap AIOs versus cheap air coolers, and like AIOs are pretty much always gonna be able to go cooler than an AIO, or than an air cooler.
The AIO is able to go cooler than the AIO. confirm
But
that.
assuming you're not getting like a 120. A 120, from testing I've seen in the past, I think it's like the same as an air cooler, sometimes worse. But a 240 or a 360, you're definitely getting better temps.
All right, Chad, I'm done with my science experiment.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm reading. Okay, so 19, you got a 7600X with a 90. You're thinking about doing a 9060 XT? I mean, it'd be a good combo. Just get the 16 gig one. That's what I would recommend. We had an 8 gig one here just because on Newegg at the time of buying, they were a good amount cheaper, and I just wanted to give one a try. What's the main competitor GPU to the 9660? It'd be like the 5060 Ti. Or sorry, yeah, no, the 5060.
Yes.
Is the one we were talking about-
Pricing wise, yeah.
Yeah, the 8 versus, well, from what I was seeing, the 5060 8 gig versus the 9060 XT 8 gig, it's only, the 9060 XT is about 3 to like 6% better in most games. I watched it, like, I don't remember who it was. It's a pretty popular, like, benchmarkist guy.
It's a
But
benchmarkist guy.
He basically said the same thing we would say, where he's like, he's like, you're looking at 3 to 7% better performance. In some games, it's the same. So he's like, don't really pay attention to like, he's like, they both have the same streaming capabilities, similar encoders. Thanks for the sub, Rets. So he's like, just literally look at what the price is. He's like, you shouldn't pay, you know, more than $50 for one or the other. It's like whichever one's cheaper, go for it.
I was concerned. I was like, where's this screw?
This screw. But I know some of y'all in chat are gonna be like, 50, 60, why would you get the 90?
They just
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Get the 16 gig if you can afford it.
Yes.
It's just, you know, and I like the guy in the video said, it was funny because he said exactly what we would say, where he goes, I would just get the 16 either, but he goes, but it is like a $50 to $100 difference. And he's like, some people can't afford that. So he's like, the 8 gigs, for some people, that's all you can get, you know?
Just know what you're gonna have, like what your limitations are.
Be prepared.
Don't buy it and be like, well, I'm mad I bought this.
Grimlong, you're crazy.
No, please no. Love you, Grimlong, but no.
Nice to see a 9060 XT and a 5000 XT means you can one day upgrade from an RX 6800 XT. What CPU do you have? I think I wouldn't upgrade from your 6800 XT. Jackson DM'd you what I think is happening from what I can tell. Can we do a build with the 3058 gig? You know, we don't do those very often because they're kind of hard to find. We usually do the 6 gig.
Okay. Well, Chad, I'm gonna be on the hunt. Chad, don't you let me take something apart, you put it all back together, and there's one extra screw.
Oh God.
That's fine. Nothing's broken, I don't think. We're gonna take it apart again anyways, so. All right, that's a big cooler.
What if the live audience was puppies? That'd be okay.
That'd be fine. Puppies are just vibing.
If you're gonna play AAA single player games, don't get the 8 gig. You will compromise a lot of graphics settings. Yeah, that's true. We tested that in the video, and if your main stick is like new AAA titles, it's like without a doubt, you're gonna want, I would say at least 10, you know, 12, 16. The more you can get, the better, you know.
I can bring puppies, please. No.
Where would you get these puppies?
Yeah, I'd be concerned about the. Is this gonna be too tall? That is a tall ass cooler. Let's find out.
Oh.
He's ready.
See what I'm saying though? I don't like how the fan's like smaller.
Yeah, we applied for that beta. I don't know if we got approved for it yet.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it.
Nice.
Oh my God, what was that? Yeah, it's pretty close. Let me think. I think the glass might sit on it.
Let's put the glass on, see what happens.
That cooler is taller than Jonah.
Yep. Wow. That's fit,
Dude, the glass
man.
will hold the cooler. This thing can't get dented in shipping.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a beta. I don't think we haven't got approved for the 1440p beta thing yet, have we? Do you know?
I don't know. Might be. I know before it just popped up on the.
We got the internet bandwidth and the PC to stream at it, so if we do get approved.
Yeah, you have to have a dual PC.
Okay.
Yeah, like I already did. I noticed right after I did it, it still said we could request it, and I don't want to like spam them. So yeah, it's.
I mean, of all the type of channels that would actually benefit from having a 1440p stream, I
we
mean,
definitely would.
We would, Sure. No, YouTube does 4K streaming, which I think is kind of overkill, but
I mean, I'd be hyped just because I've been gaming on 1440p forever, and I always downscale to 1080.
You guys want to buy a new mic for recording, typing tests, and other off-camera content?
not necessarily.
I ordered it.
Did anyone saw killers be killers?
I know what you're talking about.
Is this the giveaway PC? No, the giveaway PC is actually already built. It's right behind Zach.
Why are you always talking about behind?
Is behind. Thoughts on Black Ops 7? I supposed to have thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, like I said, I know the basics that they're saying. It's I think it's like Black Ops 2 and a continuation of 6, basically. So it's like 2035. I typically have never liked. I'm not a fan of futuristic games typically. I've always liked the. Well, I say that here I am like a Halo fanboy. Basically, when it comes to multiplayer, just every Call of Duty I've ever played, where it's like the futuristic guns and stuff, I just don't like them.
Well, the difference with Halo is Halo's always been the future. It's not like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
which it got its popularity just being
like
a military
forward,
type of game, and
backwards.
it's like all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like all the early Call of Duties were always old, right? Like, weren't they always like
started-
World Wars and stuff?
Yeah, World Wars, and then it was the first Modern Warfare. I think was like, I think it was too futuristic. I know it was definitely
think
in the
so.
future, but my build is. I mean, you got a good build.
I
like
barely
it.
remember Modern Warfare 1, like what it even looked like or anything.
That was a classic.
Battlefield needs to go back old school.
I like the World War Battlefield.
That one was fun.
Those are fun.
Black Ops 2 still the best out of all of them. I will say I think I liked Black Ops 1 the most because that just was like, I mean, it was the first Black Ops. It was the first, well, it was my first zombies. I know World of War had zombies, but I feel like Black Ops 1 was the first like modern style zombies.
Wi-Fi going in the box. I gotta say that loud when Wi-Fi goes missing.
Yeah.
Be like, look at the VOD.
I do remember playing. Is Call of Duty 4? Is that World at War or is that different?
That's the first Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Okay, so I did actually play that on. I think it was the Wii. I think it was Call of Duty 4. Well, I don't know actually because I don't remember. It was old. I remember like. It was
That
like
might have been World
II.
at War then. That was
Maybe.
after Call of Duty 4.
I just remember the graphics were horrible.
I mean, I imagine that.
Like horrible on the Wii. It was crazy. Like, and I remember thinking back then that it was like a really dope, like high intense game on the Wii. But then when I looked back at like a YouTube video, I was like, wow.
Where the hell is the front panel on this shit?
You don't have a front panel. COD 4 on the Wii, yeah. I think that's which Call of Duties were on the Wii, chat. Do you guys know? I only thought it was only 1 or 2 of them.
Do I have to consult a manual?
What's up? It's A8 Ron.
This doesn't help me. Oh, wait, yeah, it does. JFP1. Okay. Front
Today's
panel.
your 15th wedding anniversary? Wow, I'm old.
Front panel's on the HD audio side. How's
Really?
it make you
I
feel?
ain't even alive 15 years.
Well, you get your HD audio, and you get all those?
I didn't see any of them.
Oh.
Whoever said thank you. Toodaloo.
You played Black Ops on the Wii? They had Black Ops on the Wii? They had Black Ops 1 in the DS?
I knew there was one on the DS.
Well, I remember, yeah, I played one on the DS, but I don't think it was Black Ops. I thought it was like,
Nah.
I think it was Modern Warfare, like 1 or some shit.
Is there a hard drive LED? Because all I got is power switch and power LED.
No, I actually don't think there is.
Cool. Does it really matter? No.
Nah,
Who cares about that?
ain't no hard drives. What's up, Uber? You can spin a little more, go 5070 Ti. 5070 Ti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing a fun, been doing a lot of benchmarks lately, but
A lot of benchmarks.
I think it was Jonah came in
Who's
yesterday. He was like, because the 5060 Ti, we've had a lot of people ask us during the streams, like, should I get the 5060 Ti 16 gig? And my answer is always going to be like, until they come down in price, get the 5070. But then it's like, well, it has less VRAM. It's like, oh, well, you got a point there. So
how's it perform?
We'll do a benchmark, compare them.
And then you can gauge the performance difference for $50, and then let people decide if that's worth it.
I thought you were gonna say something like smart aleck and like dumb, but you actually like, yeah, that's the point of the video.
What's it right there?
Performance percent.
Cent per point.
Whoa!
We're cooking.
What are budget AOs under 80? Oh, there's tons of them. DF.
I'm thinking about
Jonah correcting us where he said, that's a 10 cent per point. He says cents. Cents.
Let me send you a video.
Oh yeah, I'm forcing him to, he was like, I already did the bloopers. I'm like, no, you can make another one then.
You put more actually he bloopers.
Did he really?
No, he said he saved him. He like joked with she. He's like, yeah, I put more in there. And he's like, no, I saved you this time.
You would have crashed out even harder.
Watch that cooler video, DFG. But basically, the simple question is, anything from a thermal right is a good option. Is Joe gonna spend our 2 hours on bloopers? I feel like that's his entire payroll this month is bloopers.
Dang, Zach, you see people saying that you're a drug addict?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
crazy.
not gonna lie, in that short, I do look extremely fried.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you?
No. I think it's just because it's me talking about the Switch, and then it cuts out Matt saying how old are you, just me going, hey man.
Yeah, he does it. I tell you. So I'm saying, you say goofy stuff, she will expose it and cut it to where it makes it look like you just said something
Something
random.
dumb.
Or no.
Like Matt asked me, how old are you? So I said 21, but like, look at this. This makes me look like I'm actually like...
Yep.
Your thoughts on the Switch too? I think it would have been really cool if they did like a folding design, so it was like affordable. I don't think they ever done that before. It would have been pretty cool.
So he knows.
He did me dirty.
Dude, you did look special. Yeah.
Dirty. Put him in the bloopers. I take it back.
Should we?
Yeah.
Chat, should we expose Zach? Or should we expose Zach? That's risky business right there. Which one are we talking about? I don't know.
What's the short going up today?
I don't know. They're all scheduled.
Well, it kind of varies because we're like delayed on TikTok versus YouTube. The next YouTube one is oldest game you still play.
I feel like that was filmed so long ago.
Yeah, YouTube keeps getting bummed because they have the what's it called, the
Ads and stuff.
yeah, the sponsored shorts that keep getting ahead of it.
Little Einsteins.
Hey, Jackson and Matt, can you do the Arctic 240 AIO with the 70RX 3D, or does he need a 280 or 360? You can get over the 240, for sure.
Especially with Arctic.
Arctic's coolers are really good, so their 240 would be solid.
21. 21. Can you do something for me?
By the way, I could talk about it. It's part of the ad that we're going to do. But Okinos has been given the great opportunity to be sold in micro centers now.
Ooh, that's sick.
They were reaching out about it because we're going to do an ad with them, and they were like, yeah, guys, we're now selling a micro center.
I wonder if they'll be in Cali.
That's what I hope so. The rep I was talking to, which you're watching, by the way, hello. I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, I grew up in the Santa Clara area, right by that micro center where it's opening, so it's kind of cool that y'all are going out there.
That's sick.
Matt, did Marcus Cousins go to the UK? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 2010.
Did you respond back to him? I ain't reading that paragraph.
I ain't reading that paragraph, boy. He kicked out of Puerto Rico League. That doesn't surprise me. Dude's had a temper all his career. He's cool though. I mean, I met him. I went to one of the basketball camps when I was younger and met him. But yeah, no, he's always had a temper.
He said to Matt, he said, "Don't shake my hand.
Don't touch my
Don't
hand.
touch me, boy."
That's a big dude to have a temper. Microsoft build coming out? Yeah, not 100% sure on the concept just yet, but next week, me, Zach, and Jonah will be going out to the new Micro Center Santa Clara, doing either PC build or one or the other.
The weather updated, Matt. It was supposed to be thunderstorming Wednesday through Friday. And now it is just raining on Wednesday and sunny the other days.
Woo! Let's go.
Let's see if it stays that way.
Let's see if we stay that way. That's the question.
These weathermen just can't get it straight.
They can't get straight.
We need more meteorologist.
I'm not
Meteorologist.
gonna lie, I still think I cooked with my Micro Center idea, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Which idea?
Pro versus like new PC build, where it's like you plan a PC, and either me and Jonah, or me with Jonah's help, I pick like a pre-built or try to like plan a
Oh, yeah.
PC as well.
My biggest
Maybe get Micro Center's help and see how it compares to somebody like.
Because the only issue is I asked Micro Center what the inventory was like, because I don't know if we have to do the budget we have and split down 2 PCs. They said they couldn't really tell me what they have because it's so up and down. So like we could go in with that idea because I do like that idea, but it might be one where we need other ideas if we walk through and we're like, okay, they don't have enough to do a budget build. But no, I do like that idea. Noob buys free build. Real gamer builds PC.
It's a picture of Zach, but we make him look like he's like a caveman.
Put on like a little spinny hat and have like a lollipop in my hand.
I need pre-built.
I'm on PC Gamer. I like how Okinos actually gives you the screws that you need. It's so nice. Already ready to go. Okinos, such good boys. Whoa, dude, this thing's overclocked. That's crazy. YouTube he says he's a meat meteorologist.
Meat meteorologist.
They cut funding to the weather people. Yeah.
The weather people eat meat.
Because they're defunding the weather department.
God damn it.
Imagine that we do that video, Matt, and then it's like the pre-builds pick, you have your parts, like, I need to build my PC, and I go, well, while he does that, I guess I'll just kill some time, and it shows me doing all this stuff in like California, in a restaurant, you know, just spending at a bar, and then he cuts back to the PC, and I'm like, all right, I'm back from my little day trip.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, you're not going anymore,
Yeah.
buddy.
Perks of buying a pre-build.
I'm taking the other Zag now.
You can see my ID. You think they know?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't notice. Same person, basically.
You're both white males. Sus ones at that.
2 zippy ties? Bam, 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 bam.
Different sizes. 9060 XT is about 450 USD here. Dang, where are you located?
That's expensive.
I can pick one of those Johns up for $100.
$100.
Yeah, I got a connection, man. His name's Windows Key Guy.
Windows key.
Speaking of which, where is Chaotic? You know, I don't know actually. It's weird not seeing Chaotic here.
It's not here today, I guess.
It's felt rather unchaotic. How long do you think AM4 systems will be able to hang and bang before it's totally outdated? You know, it kind of depends on like what Windows updates get pushed and what games end up like just breaking. Because like in my mind, you know, first gen Ryzen, like, you know, if you had a 1700, 1800X, like those were still really good. And, you know, they still do have use cases, but they're just so like finicky with Windows 11 and just new games that it's a little hit or miss. So
I was gonna say there are some AAA titles I play at home with my 5800X that I'm like, we've tested 4070 Ti's here with like newer CPUs, and they definitely do run a little bit worse.
Yeah. So I'd probably say like as newer. I mean, to be fair though, with how NVIDIA and AMD have been going with their well, AMD's they've been decent, but basically we just haven't had like big performance jumps in the GPU side of things. If you have something like a 5800X or better, so X3D, XT, even 9 that what do you call it? 9 series. You'd probably still be fine for another like couple to few years, I'd guess. What, you got motherboard coil wine in your first build? Are you sure about that?
You sure
I mean,
about that?
I've heard coil wine on GPUs a lot, and sometimes power supplies. I don't think I've ever heard of coil. What coil can wine in a motherboard? Like there's not usually like, unless you have like a X570 with like the fan on it or something. Because doesn't the coil wine usually kind of sound through the fan on the object? That's how I thought it worked. But I know it's like a capacitance thing, right? Like the capacitors are
Screaming and
yeah, the ones that are actually screaming and screaming. The VRM. Really?
VRM coil wine? I don't think I've heard
I
that
don't think
one
VRMs make noise. Chat, can you guys ask Grok if this is real? Gigabyte boards are common from what I've heard. Like, gigabyte boards commonly scream.
$50 for a 7700T?
Doesn't seem
Why
for
no?
what it is.
For what we're
video.
doing, yeah, $50 ain't bad.
I wouldn't normally buy one. Is that a 4-core 8 thread?
Yeah, that's the reason I was going to i7 because anything else wouldn't be an upgrade.
No. What do they have in it?
i5,
7400T?
74 or 7500T. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be worth it.
let's try it.
Chat, is there any other upgrades we could do to it?
Storage, definitely.
Storage. What about RAM? Does it already have dual?
It does, and it's 16. So, I mean, technically 32, but I don't know if that would make a major difference.
How much can we get some for on eBay, I wonder?
It's so dim.
Like 2666? Because then it'd be, you know, for video's
Yeah,
sake, it
it'd
could
be
be like
more.
maxing it out.
But then
I
be like,
think
why didn't you
people
buy
would see Why do you not get 64 gigs of RAM, man?
why didn't you buy the 1080 for $300?
No, yeah, we'll just say that part's dumb, but everything else, you know, it's like, oh, we only had to spend, I mean, because if we get storage, that CPU for 50, and I'm assuming for 32 gigs of DDR4 SODIMM, we're looking at like,
You can get this stuff on Amazon. It's just, yeah, DDR4 SODIMM.
that's crucial too.
It's
yeah.
crucial, yeah. Yeah, it's
What speed?
2400 right now. I wonder what speed this thing can even run at.
Well, you can always get higher and, you know.
Only 32 gigs, yeah. And yeah, the SSD's only 256. We can either upgrade that or we can add a 2.5 inch for extra storage.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach.
I'm 21. Zach, if you could be any age again, what age would you pick?
Okay.
So that's your answer?
You don't need to add any fans to this thing. I mean, I'd be curious to see what the i7's like, but
Permanently, like, do I regress that time along with everything, or like, do I just turn the age and everything stays the same? Like, I need some more context.
Honestly, don't know. I didn't think that far. I guess you're going back in time.
I'm going back in time.
Yeah. Like, what do you feel like was your best year? You know, your best
I
era?
don't think it'd be my best year, but I feel like if I went back to 12 years old, Bitcoin was cheap enough to where I could invest
Oh, here we go.
and then I'd be set for life.
That's insane.
And then I just keep rocking the same way, you know?
$45, 32 gigs. SODIMM. I think it's value.
Something foldable. 21, Zach, 2025.
Something votable.
You want to see some expensive builds with the Corsair 9000 case? We're probably not going to be your guys to do a whole lot of larger case builds. The only time that does happen is when a pcbros customer, you know what's weird? We go through waves. I was thinking about how, remember we had like a couple weeks in a row where it felt like every morning we were doing one, and we haven't done a customer build in like a month probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only time we do the like larger builds. We're very firm believers on like making everything fit really well. We think that looks a lot better. Like this looks sick. having this cooler just like barely fit, and the GPUs fitted pretty well. Everything's symmetrical.
What's the biggest 2.5-inch we keep? Or do we keep any 2.5 inches anymore?
Oh yeah, like what do we have here?
Yeah.
I think we have either 1 or maybe even 2 terabyte.
If we were just keep the one drive, then there's a spot for a 2.5 inch.
Does it have an NVMe in it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 256 gig NVMe that looks pretty modern, so we can at least add the other one. I'm worried about installing Windows on this thing again.
Does RGB equal more FPS? Nah.
The Halo helmet wearable, Jackson, show 'em.
Oh,
Show those mugs.
I thought it's the first time someone.
Oh, Chief.
Chief,
Oh, my glasses.
I need more uppies.
Mommy, I threw up.
I need a weapon. Give me your rocket launcher. Do you remember that? Like,
Yeah.
giving them the crappiest weapon.
You just like it's unloaded and everything.
It's like a plasma pistol. And I like the soldiers always give you a smart ass response, be like, gee, thanks. I always wanted this.
Chief. Today I learned that helmet is wearable.
Yep. One of my favorite things in Halo is I just remember thinking it was so cool having a game back then where if you shot like your teammates enough, like your soldiers, they would like turn on you. I thought that was like just the craziest thing.
You psychopath.
I may have accidentally shot someone one too many times.
Crazy. You need help.
Did he just yeah, give me your red rocket.
What? So that's your war club?
What's the cooler, Jackson? This is it's a PC cooler. I think it was like the RZ 120, 240.
Say this guy's name. How
Who?
do you log in every day? How do you
Big man? Oh,
Yeah.
DF. Lady.
Hey.
You spent around an hour on this stream. Worth it? That's about how long we streamed in the morning.
Evan loved it, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like he actually he ended up being like, oh, this is like cooler than I thought. Oh, you good?
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Good. I know I kept asking you. I didn't want to be like annoying, but you kept coming like, yeah, I just didn't really care. And I was like, oh, I was hoping he'd like maybe like the color or hate it. I don't know, some kind of opinion.
Well, I don't want
I want him to feel something.
I don't want to give an opinion until he's seen it. Like he was clearly going to be happy. He was never disappointed, but
Did he get to play anything yet?
I doubt it.
Yeah. Did you help him set it up?
No, I did give him. I had a drawer of leftover cable supply stuff in my desk, and I gave him, I was like, take this stuff with you.
Make it look good.
Look nice. So it's set up once, you're gonna be good.
I know where the other side, the back panel is. Oh, never mind. Nah.
Should have had in there.
You ready for it to be just me and you, boy?
Oh, they leave tomorrow.
Junga.
No. No, they don't leave tomorrow. Tomorrow's a stream.
Oh, that's right.
He said they leave tomorrow.
Oh, I couldn't remember. I thought they left on the day that we're like we had off time. I remember that's gonna be Wednesday or Thursday.
Yep, Wednesday.
You a DIY video. You're welcome. What's that? It's my computer. How to reinstall Windows on a PC. No, I want to get the Ishtola one because that's the only game I played. Or the Titus
Ishtola.
one because I love equipment. I can't decide. So, who I'm going to decide is by buying neither. And then making my own card. My deck.
He said
That
his
looks like
build's
my
cooked.
team ear duster.
If you actually wanted to make a DIY video, you could, but otherwise, it's just gonna happen.
When should I clean my PC every month? Like what day of the month?
Yeah.
We don't really, unless you have like a lot of pets or like you live in the desert, you know, you really don't need to clean your PC monthly.
Smoke in front of your PC.
You smoke from your PC.
I clean my PC once a year.
Well, I keep my ant colony
barely
in my
even do
PC.
that.
What about then?
Your ant colony?
Actually, how quickly would an ant colony actually destroy your PC? Would they?
I don't know what ants would do to it.
I don't know. I know like the problem with like roaches, for example, is because you wouldn't think they'd be that bad, but the problem is they leave behind like goo and stuff, and so it shorts stuff out. Yeah.
Roach
Their
goo.
poop is big enough.
And I'm waiting for Jonah to come in and be like, hey, Zach.
Roaches in your power supply.
Their poop is big enough to make sense. But do you know the original reason they call it a bug in the machine is because a moth got squished?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It
Yeah.
was a physical switch, and it tried to close. There was a moth.
Have we honked and nutted?
I did.
You did? Okay, cool. No extras.
Don't you?
No
They're
bonuses.
greedy. They need it.
Everything's gone.
Like nuke it. Nuke
How many
it.
gift subs did Matt to grow his beard out Gandalf style? I will get kicked out of the house if I let it grow.
Wait,
too
Zach,
long.
were you running 10 still?
Let your bird.
Ew.
Yeah, no, my PC's been having so many problems.
I can't figure out why. I'm running old software and old hardware.
Yeah, well, his PC's had problems like almost pretty much since he built it, but they've gotten so much worse. And like, it really probably is just your Windows install.
You ever heard of user error?
That too, yeah.
Either.
Well, I think it probably. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know this for sure, but I feel like he runs a lot of stuff, like a lot of softwares and stuff.
I have a question for both of you that I think is I'm curious what your response is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you've been on a PC that just has problems and like you can't solve and they just go away on their own, right?
Mm-hmm.
How often have you had a customer now in the whole time PC Bros where it's just been like that seems to be the issue? It's just like it's one of those random ones where you just like I swear this will go away. This is weird. This doesn't seem to have a root cause. It's like
Oh yeah, we
somewhere in there. Like, how do you describe that to a customer?
Hey,
when you-
Jackson.
Like, because I don't know how you describe that to people. That always seems wild to me.
I always just tell them there's a good chance that the next like software update you do or the next patch or whatever.
I just saw the USB 3 sitting there. I was like, what the hell?
Because
What the hell?
at Apple, I used to use the phrase, think of it this way, your computer's a giant box of ones and zeros. Occasionally
Oh,
a
God.
0 or 1's going to flip when it's not supposed to. And when you do an update, it kind of resets.
Yeah, it's at the
your-
bottom. I think I did feed it through, but I think it must have came
Yeah.
back through.
That was
So I
all.
swear I didn't forget. I swear
Your Honor, I promise.
I didn't have relations
Last
with
thing,
her.
we got another just bottle of Fufu, and I told her.
LaFufu!
I asked her how much it is.
Why
I
is that
said
turning
it's
off?
going to disappear. I told her
You might have
it's
other
gonna- I'm going to
problems.
throw it away. I told her
Huh?
over and
You
over.
might have other problems.
LaFufu's first collab, you know what it was?
One Piece.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. I love this. This is the best brand ever. I'm not going to say I'm not a little, like, One Piece piggy.
What's the light? Does that say? That's boot, right?
Yeah. No, it's on CPU.
Oh, cool. All right, let's get the USB 3 plugged in. Let's start with that, right?
You might as well ask Diffie. We'll try to read it. I don't know if we can answer it. We can always try. We got another honking nut. These greedy sons
You
of guns.
dirty, dirty dogs.
And then I'm gonna. Diffie wants to ask a question.
And then he's gonna honk a nut in real life.
Then we gotta change this one.
This one's that one.
It was supposed to be a honk, but it's a fart, and now it doesn't sound like a fart.
Chad, who's gonna have their moolah ready
I'm
for
gonna send her a
tomorrow?
text, be like, so you hate me? Like, you got my food, you didn't get that one?
Big stream day tomorrow, guys. Giveaway stream. If we hit a sub goal, we give away another big item.
Ooh, Matt, they're saying you should grow out a Gandalf beard.
I said I would get kicked out of my house if I did
that's
that.
pretty good. They're saying that you can calmly say all the time, a build is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is it early. It posts precisely what it means to.
Post precise.
That is a good point. We didn't give it 5 minutes to post.
Did
There
it
is
take a
an
long time to post?
Nah, it was stuck on CPUs.
You gave Labubu Zach 2 timeouts. Zach, go sit back down. Actually, you know what? Go work.
Yeah, what time is it? Right, it's perfect. Working time.
Question, one of those curious.
Yeah, actually, since you guys are in here at 10 and it's past 9:55, you're late.
Yeah.
Nah,
Y'all are late. First strike. Let's go.
You know, since I'm late and I brought my gun to work, this is a shooting range
Okay. Zach, make sure you clean out your backpack before you leave.
half this office is going to be a peanut gallery, the other half shooting gallery.
Yeah. Chat. These jokes are starting to get too common. I'm starting to worry.
We're starting to threat.
You made us sleep through the stream? Well, just don't do that. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean. Oh, I see the issue. The graphics card didn't plug in.
That's right, La Boo Boo. La Boo Boo.
LaFuBoo.
That is really close.
Yeah, also, there's no way it's not going to go in the fan.
Yeah, let's figure out this PC even
There we go.
works.
That looks good.
Try again. La Boo Boo.
Oh, the CPU not plugged in.
Oh! Where's that at?
I think sometimes I send stuff like too many things through at once, and then they fall back
and
through.
then I'm like, where is that? It's not there. La Boo Boo. La Boo Boo.
boo boo.
Try we need La Boo Boo.
Dude, where is it? Do we have one on this power supply?
Sure hope so.
I sure hope so.
Let me
I'm gonna
pull-
give the Covenant back their bomb.
We put the one that she sent us on Instagram. Wait, where's memes with Zach? He's already ruined the segment. That's crazy. Who is Labubu? Oh God. Hey Google. Pause.
La la.
Zach called this a labanger.
This makes me uncomfortable.
Grown individuals buy these products, so that tells you anything. It goes kind of hard. There you go. All right.
They need to go back to the laboratory.
There you go. Y'all asked. I mean, y'all are just like, bro, whatever. You asked.
Dude, I
what it
bet
was.
this thing's gonna work now.
I think so. I wonder why.
All right, what else is unplugged?
Wow, it went past CPU. I wonder why. That's crazy. It has power.
We're like first-time PC builders up in here.
Matt likes the weird. What do you mean I like the weirdest song?
Yeah, bro, you gotta calm
That's
down with
crazy.
this La Boo Boo crap.
That's his jam. Exclamation
Should
point
we get a La
unsub.
Boo Boo for the set?
La boo boo. Oh no, I'm in timeout. You can't stop me. I'm in charge. I don't follow the laws. I'm a sovereign citizen. Zaboomafoo?
Oh, it was a boom. I forgot.
I
about
remember
that.
Zaboomafoo. Live free. They were the gifted sub. Let's go. All right, guys. Stream over. Bye, PC Bros. We're going to have a fun time tomorrow for the giveaway stream. Hopefully, see you guys there.
We're giving away 2 computers, guys.
Potentially. Y'all gotta get your
That is true, but I believe in y'all, especially with the whole like September. It's not September, but you know, they're saying if you buy. What was it again? Is it 5 or more subs? They're 30% off or something. Currently, look out for a good PC for your nephew. Should be a 7600X with a 9060 XT. Nice. Well, we actually 5800 XT with the 9060 XT. I'm just saying. Yeah, 35% is crazy. So, will the streamers still get the same cut? I wonder. Like, would we still get the full like? Well, I guess that makes because we get $2.50. Even when they raised the price, we still got $2.50.
I have come with questions.
Is the sub? We are. Yeah, Xenos. Good morning. Matt and I were talking about it. We were saying so that we don't have to worry about there being weird like qualifications. We're like just anything that's a PC, laptop, computer. Unless we say otherwise, we're just gonna call it the 2-year rule.
Why are they saying bye? Are we leaving?
Yeah, we're ready. You guys see what time it is, son? We gotta work. What are you thinking?
You're right.
We just listened to the La Boo Boo song, so for the 8th time this week.
Well, it wasn't me.
All right, guys, we're rating
All right, Chad,
Natalie
bye.
Dog. We hope you get the dog in them, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, we do not go live until 11 a.m. tomorrow, so a little bit 2 hours later than normal, but we do stream for 6 hours.
Or be square.
See you guys later.